Hello, hi everybody, welcome, happy Sunday night. How's everybody doing? Welcome, this is Jenny Wright, and this is my live show called Built to Thrive. How are you guys? Let me know how you're doing in the chat box. Let me know if you're live. If you're live with me, please use hashtag live. And if you're on with the replay, then just let me know using hashtag replay. I do come back, I check it out, I answer questions, and I'm really keen to know that you're here. So let me know. And I'm just gonna make sure that we're good and happening in the Facebook group, because that's always a good thing to do. Awesome, thanks Jason, how are you? I see you that you're on, thanks so much. I love that you're here. Okay, so one of the things I wanna talk to you about tonight, and actually one of the things I wanna find out from you guys, is what do you think are cliches in email marketing? So what do you think are things that people think are normal, that have to be done in email marketing, but are actually sort of silly things or things that aren't real anymore or true anymore, or maybe passé, or as we would say, they're a cliche. Hi, how are you, Beth? Good to see you. So while you guys are doing that, I actually just want to give a shout out to Beth. Beth actually did her, I think it was a first Facebook Live about 2 hours, 2 hours ago. Beth, you did an amazing job. So I was there with you live. I saw the whole thing and I'm super proud of you. So way to go. It's not easy doing it. I could tell, that you're a little bit nervous, but you really did an amazing job. So congratulations. Hey, Patty, how are you? Good to see you, Michelle. Thanks for being on. Hello, Paula. How are you? Good to see you on as well. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk all about different email cliches. Now, I've just put in the title that there's 5. There's loads more, but at least we're going to talk about 5 really distinct ones. But I want to know from you guys if you think that you know some email marketing cliches. I know Jason probably knows exactly what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm pretty darn sure he does. So if you actually think that you know some email cliches or email marketing cliches, let me know in the chat box, because I am dying to hear what you think. And Jason, just so you know, I'm sending you exactly what I'm talking about tonight, so you have it, because you're on here and I appreciate you. All right, so let's dive into this. Okay, we've got 5 really distinct sort of cliches with email marketing that I want to talk about. Oh, Beth, of course I was. I'm glad that I was there. I'm glad that I could be there for you. So it was really good to watch you. You did an amazing job. Beth says cliche number 1: how to make 6-figure income in 3 months. Yeah, that is definitely a cliche, and it is such a misnomer. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that that's still something that people tout, and sadly, it's something that people believe, and that drives me crazy that people actually do that. It's insane how many things like we sort of fall for, right? But as we get smarter and as we kind of get more savvy in the online business, we fall for less of these things. Okay, so here's my 5 email marketing cliches. We're going to go through these one at a time. So the first email marketing cliche is list size matters. And that is not true. It's actually a real falsehood. It's total cliche. And here's why. You can easily, and I'm going to rephrase that, you can 100% make a high 5-figure or even a low or mid 6-figure or low 6-figure off of a list of under 1,000. Okay, 1,000 highly engaged leads on your email marketing list is worth at least over $100,000. And I can tell you that from experience with clients. I can tell you that from experience in running our own business and having those kinds of results. I can tell you from seeing it happen firsthand with other people. I know that it works because I've seen it. What matters is that the list is highly engaged, that you're completely niched in, that you're speaking to the right people, and you're making the right offer at the right time. So it is not about the list size, okay? Is it good to have a good size list? Yes, it is. It's great to have a good size list. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, sure. But it is completely doable to have a really good income off of a list of under 350. Okay. Tight, 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 tight. Really good tightness on your list size and who you serve and what you're offering and the time that you're offering and all the things that you do. That is 100% what matters versus the list size. Okay. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. Number two, you need to have all the complicated funnels. Okay. You need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on complicated funnels, on spending, having somebody spend, $10,000 or $15,000 designing a funnel for you for your email marketing to work. Okay. That's also a falsehood, but people actually do fall for it because they're told that having, a complicated funnel or a funnel with loads of bells and whistles is going to be what matters for them. And it's not. It actually, you can get away with, and I don't want to say get away with, you can be very successful online with your email marketing and whatever it is that you're going to offer with a very simple yet dialed in, well laid out, well thought out, well planned, well niched in funnel. And you don't have to have a 15-page funnel with upsells and downsells and all this kind of stuff and a bunch of automations. You can do incredibly well if you have the right opt-in, okay, or the right offer in a funnel, all right? And it's simply done, but it's got the right copy with the right offer, directed towards the right people, with a nice automation on the back end, which is, thanks for purchasing or thanks for registering for ABCXYZ. Here's the next step, or here's the next action I want you to take. That's great. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be very well thought out. So if you know me, and as you're getting to know me, if you don't know me already, I'm all about planning. I'm all about making sure things are very well thought out. Now, that's a complete and utter change from my school days, because when I was in school, high school and university, I was the night before girl. I was I have a 6,000 word essay due tomorrow. I guess I better start it at 9:00 at night. And I would do that, right? Or I would study for the exam the night before, or I would write crib notes the day before and hope I'd pass. Like, these are the kinds of things that I was sort of, that was just sort of the way I did things. And yeah, I got away with it, guys, because luckily for me, I guess some of the topics that I was taking, I was pretty good at, and so I could skate by. But can you imagine if I'd actually applied myself even more in high school and university? I would have been honor roll, or I would have done a heck of a lot better, and I wish I had. Hindsight is 2020. So when it comes to this business, I try and educate my clients and you guys on planning. And I know a lot of you are like, planning, schmanning, fanning, whatever. And you just want to go and do it by the seat of your pants because it's more convenient for you. You don't have to worry about it as much. It's a heck of a lot less work for you, and it feels good when you do something last minute and it works out. You're like, see, I didn't have to work so hard, and it just worked out for me. That's how smart I am. But that's ego. All right. And Jason will back me up on saying that is ego. That's you saying, I don't have to try hard. I don't have to do hard. I don't have to plan hard. I don't have to do anything hard because it just comes to me easily. And if it doesn't, it wasn't my fault anyway. Or if you don't plan and it doesn't work out well, that somebody's there to pick up the pieces for you. And when you're an entrepreneur, most of the time there's nobody to pick up the pieces for you. Okay. There is no fallback plan. A lot of us don't have support in that respect, right? A lot of us are doing it, and that's it's plan A, B, C, and D. Some of us have support, and that's fantastic, and that's great, but some of us don't. And so you've got to plan like you don't. And so you plan and plan and plan and do a really good job the first time out and be successful. That's, I'm sure I'm pontificating a bit and, getting on my soapbox, but I believe in this stuff. And it's what I really want to ingrain in you as much as possible. Okay. So you don't need complicated funnels. You just need funnels that work. And the funny thing is back in the day, I actually used to try and do the complicated funnels for myself and other clients. And I was like, why am I doing all this? Why do I have 15 pages in a funnel? I don't need this. I just need, a good opt-in, a good thank you page, a good follow-up sequence, and a really dang good product. That's it. Okay. Jason says you can do the niche and plan and work, or you can spend a lot of time and money guessing. Yes. If you want to spend all the time and money guessing, you go right ahead. I'm going to be over here with my spreadsheets and my Google Docs and, figuring out all the things. So then when I actually do it, I'm going to have a little bit, I'm going to be a little bit more prepared. So don't mind me while I'm pouring out my water. because I'm absolutely parched. So, makes sense, guys? Good. Humble is key. Can we talk about that for a second? Jason and I have seen quite the interesting thing happening in the marketplace, where you see people who start off their business humble, and then they get some success, and they're like, my poop don't stink kind of thing. And then they come up to here, they make a boatload of mistakes, wrong price, wrong thing, wrong everything, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden stuff doesn't work for them anymore. Whatever was working doesn't work anymore. And they have to eat crow, get humble again, and start all over again. And then they, and hopefully you never go like this. This just happened literally. We saw this happening with a client. And funny enough, this actually happened personally to me with somebody who I was a client of somebody's. In my personal life, I was trying to receive some help. And I actually hired somebody to give me a service, okay, provide me with a service. And when I first joined with that person a year ago, the service that I was receiving was costing me, let's just say it was costing $100, okay, every single session. And that person started getting successful. And the more success they got, they kept raising their prices. So when I first came to them, they were $100. Within 6 months, they were 150. Within another 6 months, they were 200. And they were about to raise it again. And I was like, whoa, I can't afford you anymore. It doesn't make sense for me to spend this kind of money with you. And I got the feeling, like the feeling I got from them was, I don't need you. I'm doing okay. You can't pay my prices. I'll see you. And the problem is that I was referred to that person by a family member, and they were doing it to my family members. And my family members were like, we've been with you for like 2 years. And in a space of like 9 months or 12 months, you've raised your prices by double, more than that. And she was kind of like, whatever. So everybody in my family who was using this person is like, well, we can't use you anymore. So, wish you all the best of luck. And things went quiet. Well, did that provider, that service person, come back to me and be like, hey, are you doing okay? Do you need help? And I'm like, yeah, I need help, but I can't afford you. And they said, well, I'll give you, I'm willing to work with you at the previous rate. So they obviously got, they overreacted to their success. They raised their rates too quickly. They didn't respect their current clients. Yeah, I believe in raising rates, guys, but I also believe that in your current clients, you don't, like Jason's just saying right now, you're hurting your fans. And that person actually came back to me and offered me that service. And I'm like, yeah, I want your help. But I mean, there's like a bad taste in my mouth over that too. There's almost like you hurt me, you went, I believe in raising rates, but I believe in doing it in such a way with your current clientele that they don't feel a huge sting. And with your new clients, sure, bring them in on a new rate. Totally get it. So that's a really good example of staying humble. So that person is now very humbled. They went through the past 3 or 4 months struggling with getting clients and losing clients. And now they're reaching back out to their previous clientele, offering the service at the previous rate, right? So they've had to eat some humble pie, okay? Yeah, Jason, they hurt their fans, they overreact to success, all of the things. And I mean, it's tough, right? So the next thing is that, is that people use clickbait. So hands up, who knows what clickbait is? If you guys know what clickbait is, put it into the chat box what you think clickbait is, because there's a couple different ways this kind of rolls out in email marketing. And I want to know what you think clickbait is. I'm going to give you guys some really cool subject lines that I've actually received recently in my inbox. Okay, sorry about that, but must have water. All right, so what do you guys think clickbait is with email marketing? You see it all the time. I want you guys to think of like TMZ TV, right? Like the TV show or the online magazine, the titles and the subject lines they use, those are really clickbaity. Clickbait is like, you're never gonna believe what happened, or this happened, but you're never going to believe what happened next. Or like, I got this one on my email recently, worst day of my life ever. I also got, someone famous did X. You won't believe how it happened next. Like, those are clickbait. They bait you into clicking to find out what is going on. And then the content almost never is actually 100% about what you actually clicked on. There's something completely different. Jason put his hand up. Thank you. Yeah, I know that you know clickbait for sure, because we've talked about those things a lot. I'm guessing that other people on here know it as well. Okay, so clickbait is total exaggeration on whatever it is that your title is, right? So let's just say you want to send an email out tomorrow to your email marketing list, and you want to talk about how to, how to outsource work to a VA. Maybe that's what your email is about. And instead of saying my 5 tips for outsourcing to your VA as a title or something, you're like, well, that's not going to get any opens. I need something a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more ooh. And you go for broke on it, and you actually go ahead and you create something like, I almost fired my VA, or I fired my VA and then she said this. Like, that's clickbait, right? Yeah, half truths. People use a lot of half truths in their email marketing and in their subject lines. Another half truth that people tell is they fake things in an email. And that's actually one of my next points. It's just one of my last points. I'm gonna talk about that next. So on top of being on top of clickbaity emails and clickbait in your email marketing, or even in, I mean, people do it now also with their subject lines, but also with their social media and things like that, is being fake, lying, or telling half truths. So in your email marketing, or even your social media copy, or your sales copy, or your sales page, or anything that you're doing copy for, and this pertains to all different types of copy and all different types of content, if you're being fake with people, they pick up on it. Now, it's going to work for some people. So clickbait titles are going to work for some people. But as soon as they read it and realize that it's a half truth, they're going to go, I shouldn't have clicked on that. You got me. And they're not going to be happy. And in an email, if you fake or you lie or you tell half truths, people pick up on that as well. So as an example, fake emails where you're like, hey, I miss you, first name. What? You miss me? You don't even know me, right? I'm one of the thousands of people on your list. How could you miss me? So that comes across as disingenuous, and people pick up on disingenuous really, really quick, okay? Kids, like little kids, dogs, adults, we all pick up on disingenuous actions. We kind of have a BS meter when it comes to that stuff, so we kind of know, right? Jason's saying you'll get click-through, but you'll only get away with it once, and then you'll have completely burned your reputation. Completely agree, right? It's that, that shame me once kind of thing, or that, get me once kind of thing, where you're gonna actually click on it the one time, but you'll never click on that stuff again, especially not from the same person, because you're like, I see what you're doing, I'm wise to you, and then they don't click on it. Okay, so you don't want that. You want people to, when they get their email, they get an email from you, or when you send an email to them, they're like, I know that when I get an email from Jason Wheeler, that it has an authentic title, and I'm getting exactly in the email what he said I was going to get. And it's not like the switcheroo, okay? Because you don't want that. So being fake or lying or telling half truths in an email is also going to have the same effect as the clickbait. Okay, people are going to read it once and they're going to be like, could she be missing me? It's possible. Or I absolutely, and it's because it's not authentic to me, but getting an email where it's like, hey babe, I miss you. I had a dream about you last night. How the heck did you have a dream about me? I know I'm on an email marketing list. I know that you're just sending me an email and you're just saying that as an opener, right? So be authentic about it. Like, hey first name, how's it going? Hope you're having a great weekend, or hope you're having a great week so far. Wanted to be in your inbox today because I wanted to share ABC XYZ with you, and I hope you get some value from it. And then go into it, right? Jason says, keeping a promise. Yeah, absolutely. It's about keeping promises. So does that all make sense for everybody so far? Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm very fortunate to have Jason on with me and helping me and giving me all sorts of really cool stuff and feedback, but I also want to hear from you guys as well, okay? So let me know. Additionally, my next point is, and this goes and flies in the face of some people's ideas on email marketing, is too many calls to action. So in an email, we usually have an email where there's like, hey, first name, you know, your body copy of your email, and then we usually have a call to action either somewhere in that body copy or towards the end or in the PS. The big mistake that people make is that they'll have like 5 or 6 calls to action. Now, I love doing 2 calls to action, but they're to the same thing, right? So if I'm promoting a webinar or a workshop, I'll say, hey, so-and-so, you know, hope you're having a great week. I wanted to make sure that you knew about the workshop that I'm going to be holding on March 12th. Really hope you can be there. Click here to get more information. Then I'll give them a little bit more content about something. And then I'll say, thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. And don't forget to check out the workshop that I'm holding on March 12th. Come and check it out. Click here. So even though I've mentioned it twice in the email, it's to the same call to action. The problem happens in email marketing when you have 5 different calls to action and they all go to different things, okay? And this is, I call this the greedy email. The greedy email, can you guys figure out what this is? The greedy email is an email where you're like, hey, you know, thanks for downloading my such and such. Make sure you go like my business page and follow me on Twitter. And are we connected on LinkedIn? Go check out LinkedIn. And, you know, I just started my YouTube channel and click here to check that out. And, you know, let's be Insta buddies. Follow me on Instagram. So there's literally 5 calls to action in there. Jason's saying be strategic versus blitzing. Exactly, right? So the greedy email is blitzing. It's like bam, 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 like it's all over the place. And people are like, whoa, okay, it's a little much, you know? It's too in your face. And so you have to back it up a little bit. And what you need to do is you need to have 1 or 2 calls to action, which is going to feel a lot better. People are not going to feel so, you know, blitzed with it, so bombarded with it, and you're going to get a much better response. Okay, so it's here's how I want you to think about email marketing and these 5 cliches, right? So the 5 cliches I've been talking about. So list size matters, it doesn't. Complicated funnels, you don't need them. Clickbait subject lines, stay away from them. Being fake, lying, or telling half truths, don't do it. And then too many calls to action in your emails, stay really far away from that. These 5 cliches literally all play into my preferred method of email marketing, which uses techniques of attraction marketing, okay? Attraction marketing and permission marketing. So instead of do this and do this and do this and do this and bam, 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 and it's like, okay, like I feel like I just went in a round with, you know, Mike Tyson or something. It's, hey, I'm so glad you're here and I can't wait to get to know you better. So before my webinar starts on Thursday night, why don't we get to know each other a bit better and you come into the Facebook group and share a little bit about yourself. My Facebook group is here, click here. I'm really looking forward to knowing more about you and what you do. And I can't wait to share my ABC XYZ training with you on Thursday night at 9. Here's the Zoom link you'll need for that. So some people might say it's more passive. It's actually not passive. It's just a lot less bombarding and a lot more come with me and let me take you on a journey versus you sitting in, you know, your chair and feeling like you're doing like bam, 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 like you're getting your head smacked around, okay? So let people come to you a little bit and encourage that in your email marketing by not using clickbait, by not, you know, by treating people like humans, by not lying and telling half truths, by not blitzing them, and really attract people towards you by being authentic and true to yourself and true to what you're doing. Email marketing is a really finicky beast because every single list is practically its own living organism. They all react and act differently to different stimuli. So Paula, really good question. So Paula is asking what attraction marketing is versus permission marketing. So Paula is one of the students in my List Build Academy Challenge Blueprint course where I've been teaching permission marketing. Permission marketing, and hands up if you don't know what permission marketing is. I'm going to take a sip of water. So hands up if you don't know what permission marketing is, because I want to help you with that. Jason's already saying, no, it's not the same. And he's right. It's not the same. Attraction marketing is different. So hands up if you know what permission marketing is or attraction marketing is, because I want to make sure that I can help you guys. I know there's some of you on, so I definitely want to be able to help you there. So let me know if you guys know what that is, and I will give you some assistance. Okay, so permission marketing, Paula, and you already know this part, but permission marketing is getting a succession of yeses in your email marketing or in your whatever type of marketing that you're doing, so that your ideal client or your lead is sequentially saying yes, yes, oh my God, that sounds like me, yes, I'm so interested, yes, right? And it closes the distance. So, and this is, Beth says, I've taught it well, thank you. So this is you, okay? And this is your lead. And your lead wants to receive transformation in their problem, and you want to make an offer. But if you just meet your lead and you go, hi, I got this thing and I want you to do it, come do it, like come, you know, buy my thing, your lead has not journeyed with you in any way, and they haven't gotten to know you. There hasn't been a relationship build. And so when you smack them basically upside the face with buy my thing, they're like, whoa, and they don't do it. Okay. So instead, with permission marketing, what you're doing is it's a dance, right? So you're here, your lead's here, and your lead's like, I've got a problem, I need a solution. You're like, I've got the solution. Let me show you with my free download. And the person, would you like that download? And the person says, yes. And then they come a little bit closer and you're like, great, I hope you like that free download. I've also got this video. Would you like that? Yes, I would. Okay. Does this sound like you? You're tired, you're this, you're this. The person goes, yes, it does. And it brings them a little closer. So we're bringing them along. And every time you're a little bit closer until eventually you guys are smack dab like this. And when you make the offer and the lead receives the offer, the distance to close them is very small, okay? It's not this anymore and you doing that, okay? It's this and you come together, okay? So think of the movie Hitch, right? Will Smith was in that movie, and that whole point in that movie, there was a little point in that movie about you going 80, then them coming 10% for this kiss. Well, we flip that and we want your lead to come 80% and you come the last 10%. So that's permission marketing. Attraction marketing is doing things in your day-to-day or in your email marketing that further attracts people to you. Okay, it's different. So in attraction marketing, you're coming at things a little bit differently. Sorry, my throat is actually driving me bananas tonight. Excuse me. All right, so attraction marketing is creating interest by doing the various things that you do in terms of your email marketing or your general marketing, and that attracts your ideal potential client, and showing them that with you over the long haul, they're going to have a better result or a better life or a better journey, right? So attraction marketing is all about that. Attraction marketing is creating the opportunity. It's not getting them to say yes, 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 but it's showing them that they want to stick with you, okay? Stick with me, baby, and I'll show you how it's all done, kind of thing. Obviously not in those words, but basically saying to people, yeah, like I'm going to show you how to resolve that problem, right? Jason says there's permission, attraction, transactional, and predatory. Yes. Jason, I think we need to do a separate training on permission, attraction, transactional, and predatory marketing, because I think that would be phenomenal. And yes, there are quite a few more as well. So there's a difference. And I want you guys to sort of learn these different types of marketing techniques so that you're not doing predatory marketing. And the weird thing is that when we first start doing when we first become online entrepreneurs, we either go full on predatory because we think that's the way to go, or we go full on like passive and because we don't want to be predatory. And what you need to be is you need to be in the middle and find what works for your audience and also for you. So predatory obviously being like the buy this, like it's like almost those like 2 o'clock in the morning infomercials that just wake you up off the couch. You're like, whoa, I fell asleep on the couch and now there's this guy practically coming through the screen at me. But passive marketing is way too passive, and it's just like, hey, I'd like it if you would, possibly, maybe, could you possibly, please, pretty please, could you check it out? And that passive marketing comes from a lack of confidence, and predatory marketing comes from I don't give a crap about you. I'm just going to keep pitching till my gums bleed, and eventually somebody's going to say yes to me because they can't help themselves. And that's you know what I mean? So we don't want either one of those. Blogs are a version of attraction marketing, yes. So blogs are there all the time. It's part of your toolkit that you create as an online marketer and an online entrepreneur. And people finding that will start to go, oh, I love their blogs. Like, you know, Seth Godin's blog comes out every Thursday or whatever it is. And I know Jason like waits for that email that the blog's out. And, you know, that's the journey that he takes with him. And he always follows him and like checks out what he's doing because he's really interested in what Seth Godin does and when's this going to come out and stuff like that. So he has very, very convincingly shown Jason and a lot of people, including myself, that, you know, hey, follow me and I'll show you the way. And that's a big deal with attraction marketing for sure. Okay, so I know Haley was going to try and be on, and she's not, at least not at the moment. So that's too bad. I know she was at the beach with her kids. But one of the things that we were going to talk about, and Haley was going to come on and she was going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it at 10 o'clock as well, is we were going to be talking to you guys about a new thing that Haley and I are doing. So one of the things that Haley and I have done, and we've done quite a few things, is we decided to create a membership style group because we saw that there was an opportunity in the marketplace to help people. We're constantly getting the same questions. Hi, Jason. Okay, you're here. Yeah, it keeps showing you on and off and popping in and out and all these different kinds of things. One of the things that we saw was there was this opportunity in the marketplace to help people at scale. So there's a lot of you guys in year 1 through 3, year 3 through 5, through 5 through 8, whatever it is, struggling with up-leveling your business and knowing what to do at the right time in your business to get things done and to scale. So, you know, when do I do email marketing? When do I do list building? When do I plan? When do I do this? How should I go about this? All these different kinds of things. And so what we saw was an opportunity to be able to help more people. And we created something called the Business Growth Alliance to do that, right? So the Business Growth Alliance is, it's a membership style group where Haley and I are going to be in there all the time. This is not a once a month thing. This is a daily, practically a daily thing, where Haley and I are going to be helping people grow their online businesses with no fluff help. So we've broken down the year into 12, obviously 12 different segments. And every single month we're going to teach a new thing. And we've broken that down by weeks. So even though the overarching thing might be, you know, engagement, then week 1 for engagement will be something, and 2 and 3 and 4, right? So, and everybody who's part of Business Growth Alliance, and we've already got a couple of people who are registering for it now, which is great. They're also going to be able to get any of the previous trainings that we will have done or have done. So there's constant access to that. There's not free, but there's, how do I say this? There's weekly calls with Business Growth Alliance that are part of that. And those are really cool interactive Q&A calls where you'll be able to interact with us, and also training calls. I'm definitely going to be doing some really cool bonuses for this, as well as giving lots of templates and information. So if you guys are interested, and I know this is still early on, it's early days, we're just launching it now. We're going to get a little bit more formalized with our offer on this and a little bit more going on with it. Go check it out at thebusinessgrowthalliance.com and check it out and see if that's something that makes sense for you and your business. So go ahead and see if that's a fit for you. In the meantime, what I want to tell you guys as well is I wanted to ask, and I've been doing this a couple times now, I wanted to ask who here has a list build planned for this year, okay? So who's actively planning a list build right now, this year, for their business? And let me know in the chat box, put your hand up, let me see, and tell me what it is that you're doing. Are you doing a lead magnet? Are you doing a summit? Are you doing a downloadable? Like, what is it that you're doing to help build your list this year? Are you doing webinars, challenges? Tell me what the list build is. Hey, Patty. All right, Patty, for the record, tell me what your list build's gonna be. Tell us, because I know what you're doing, but I wanna hear what you're doing. Right? So Patty, what is it that you're gonna do? Tell us about your challenge. Hi, Zena, how are you? For your list build this year, it's really, really important, and this is the last thing I wanna say before I get going, is that you guys have to have some list builds planned, right? Jason, what are you gonna do for your list build? I wanna know what Jason's gonna do for his list build. Challenge, ton of work, heck yeah, but it's good. Are you, like Patty, tell me the truth, are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying building out your challenge? So Patty is one of my students in the List Build Academy Challenge Blueprint course. Connie says challenges and hopefully a summit. Beth says, Yahoo, challenge, product, lead magnet, awesome. Yeah, these are all some really good things. I wanna know what Jason's gonna do. Oh, Jason, you goof. He says he's gonna do a newsletter. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So if you were on Built to Thrive about 2 weeks ago, we were having a debate about newsletters. Newsletters, we were talking about whether newsletters are dead or not. And Jason and I were having a lively debate over chat because I was live and he was in chat. And we were talking about whether newsletters are a real thing anymore or not. And it was very interesting. So now he's spoofing me. He's telling me he's going to do a newsletter with lots of happy faces because with their tongues out. Yep. Beth says perhaps a course and maybe a membership podcast. I like the idea of doing a course for you. And I love the idea of you saying that you want to do a podcast because that means you want to keep getting out there. And I know that you will do well. Jason's like, I'll lose. Jason says, I'm going to lose. I always lose when it comes to having these discussions with Jason. But the funny thing is I'm okay with not winning an argument. So in that particular live, I said that I believe that newsletters are dead. And then the next morning I got a really good newsletter. And so I forwarded it to Jason and I was like, see, I'm okay with being wrong. Like, I'm okay to admit being wrong. I believe actually that newsletters have a place, but what I don't like about newsletters is people using them instead of sending weekly emails to their list, right? So newsletters to me have a bit more of a formality that I see for, agencies and businesses, but I personally don't think that they're for, the everyday entrepreneur unless it fits what you're doing, right? So Connie says blogs too. I often find it hard time to do it. Yep. Patty says causing me stress because it's something I need to do well. Patty, try not to be in perfection mode with this. Be more in the, it's going to be okay, and not to be in perfection mode with this, okay? If you need to decide on a topic, Patty, I think obviously get into the course and let's have a chat with that for sure. See how we can help and support you there, okay? Okay, all right, guys. Yes, and Jason has a podcast, everybody. You guys are gonna love this podcast. And he has his lives. So Jason is actually live on Tuesdays at noon, or are you doing nights for the next little bit? Actually, that was a question that Haley wanted me to ask you and I forgot. So you should also say that because I know your current slot was Tuesday at noon, but I think maybe you were thinking of doing evenings because there was some construction happening, which is a pain in the butt. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for being on. You'll see me in about 20 minutes when I'm back on live with Haley. And I will talk to you guys all then. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys all soon. Have a great night and take care. Bye.